guys, welcome to Baraton TV here and hereafter. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So welcome to our today's episode on Friends for Friends. It's episode 2 and our topic for today is really great, guys. So you just have to listen to these great stories today. It's about cutting off friends. That's our topic today. So do you have friends out there that you feel like they are not really good for you? Do you want to cut them off? So today, this can be your show. Just watch. With me, I have my guests here ready for the talk, and we're going to listen to them if they've ever cut off friends, if they are planning to, or they just have their different stories. So let's just listen to them today. And guys, welcome to the talk show for Friends for Friends.
Thank you.
Your names?
Lillian Serafino.
Collins Murakai.
So guys, with me is Lillian and Collins. They are just going to take us through this show today, and I'm your host, Emily Furaha. So guys, have you ever cut off friends?
Yeah.
You have? Yeah. Have you?
I've been on both sides. I've been cut off and I've cut off friends before. Yes.
That's really amazing. It's in both sides, so this is going to be fun. So if you've ever cut off friends, do you like to define for us, like, what is this toxic friendship that people are talking about out there? There are people like every year they will tell you like, I'm cutting off my friends and I'm starting a new year with new friends. So those kind of people. And today we just want to know, like, what are these toxic friendship that people cut off? Do you have any idea of what toxic friendship means? Oh, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I may have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I usually keep out signs for a toxic friend. This could be a friend who puts themselves first.
Mm-hmm.
They're very self-centered. Like the whole relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's right to call it that because it's a friendship.
It's about them.
It's just about them.
Mm-hmm.
They are very dramatic.
Mm. Like dramatic? How dramatic? Because people love drama,
Yeah, people love drama, but not when you get jealous of other friends.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like,
yeah,
you're jealous of my friends or something.
yeah, like
that.
you're a friend, but then you're jealous of because you have other friends.
Yeah,
something.
and then a toxic friend will always copy you low key, and not on the right way. Like, they don't tell you. There's you might be doing something good, and then someone copies it. That's okay. But they just want to be exactly like you. They lose who they are. That's being toxic to me.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah. Okay, there this kind of toxic friends. Okay, we have friends who are drainers. Like, you are friends with someone and you've always been there for them. Anything that they're going through, you always help them, and you've been there for them, like in their bad times and good times. And then when it is your turn, they're always nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Those are kinds of toxic friends. And then I can also say there are these friends who are resentive. For example, I am successful, I succeed, or I am happy, and then they're not happy because of my
Because
success.
of your success.
Like, that is being resentive, and it's not good.
So that is toxic to you. Yeah. Okay. So how about these friends who are like they are like poison to you? They tell you what to do. Are they toxic?
Yeah.
But you like doing what they tell you to do. So is that being toxic?
If you're vulnerable to what they tell you, it depends. It depends on, okay, this one is it's basically ethical, whether it's wrong or right. If it's wrong, then they're very toxic. But if they're like a bad influence on you, they make you do things that are not right.
So it's like they're just poisoning your mind to do their bidding, maybe.
Exactly.
Something like that. So those are some of the toxic friendship that people have, and sometimes it's really bad out there. People are really into these relationships, like friendships, sorry. So what do you think are the reasons why people cut off friends? There are so many reasons. Obviously, you can't just wake up and say, I don't want to be your friend. So there must be a reason. So what do you think are the reasons that make people cut off friendship? They just end friendship, something like that.
Well, I think one of the reasons why people cut off friendship can be change. People are meant to change. Oh, what I mean by that is like, okay, people grow and then priorities change, and you have goals, your goals that you want to achieve in life, and then there are some friends who may not be supportive.
Yeah. So
And then, achieving some things means letting some people go.
yeah. So change. People just change, all of a sudden you want something and I'm not supportive to you, so you can cut me off. What do you think are some of the reasons for you to cut off a friend? Or why do you think people cut you off, by the way? Like, you are on both sides.
Yeah, I'm on
Yes.
both sides. If I would expand on being on both sides,
You just tell us one side and then the other side, because you are on both.
okay. I like to picture myself as I've been a bad friend before. I've been a toxic friend before. So
that is so good to accept, by the
judging
way.
by the attributes of a toxic friend, I don't think that you need more reasons to cut someone off. If someone is self-centered, overbearing, controlling, jealous,
But sometimes, Colin, sometimes
that's just
I
enough
think
to cut them
sometimes
off.
people just see, these people might not even know that these people are controlling, because that's how you are. You feel like that's how you are,
You shouldn't feel like that is how you are, and hiding behind the phrase "that is how I was raised" is refusing to change. Because for one, we're living through life as a result of change in order to become better people, right?
Yeah.
So if someone sits you down or faces you and tells you, like, look, what you're doing is not right, and you say, that's who I am, that's how you define me, that's how I define myself. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Doesn't mean you'll be wrong for life. You have to change sometime.
So change can make people cut off friends. There's also like, I have a friend who is really very far, and I feel like we are not even, talking every time. So like distance, like for you here,
Distance is one reason as to why friendships end. Like, okay, take for example me. I am from South Sudan and I'm here in Kenya, and I have friends at home, but because of the distance, like, we're not always in
talk.
Yeah, we don't always talk. We're not.
But you cannot.
So
maybe you're not talking, but you're there for each other. Maybe like, if I need your help, you help me. I shouldn't cut off.
But then
because of the distance.
Yeah, you cannot cut. But sometimes, okay, we are different. Like that friend you have there at home might just feel like now, okay, maybe you met new friends and. Now you've forgotten about them because you're not always communicating, and they feel bad and they may decide to cut you off.
Yeah, that can happen also. If they feel like maybe you love your friends here more than them. Yeah, I guess so.
That means they're only being toxic.
I guess.
By my opinion, I really think distance should not matter. For a romantic relationship, maybe.
But this is also friendship. It also matters.
For friendship, it shouldn't matter, because friendship is it's a bond like family, but only stronger. You see, so no matter the distance, we have friends from all over. That's why technology is here. It's like roots us all together. So I can't. You can't tell me just because I had a friend here in Kenya, and then they go to study abroad or maybe to do something there. I'll be like, okay, now, you know what? I think they are better off without me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. In fact, having more friends in far places is better because you don't know where you might be landing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might be landing in that foreign country, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the first person I'll be calling is that person I consider a friend. So I
So
think,
cutting them off is being toxic.
yeah, unless you want to be toxic now,
Yeah, but
you
it can
shouldn't
also
cut
be
them
a
off.
reason. Like some people just feel like if you're close to me, then you're my friend. Then like if we're not close, then yeah, there's no need for us to talk.
That might be the wrong definition of friendship, you know.
So people can have since today is all about like cutting off these friends. You know, the friends that we feel like they're not really good for us. You know, for our growth. You know, because we change and their careers. You know, to achieve. There are so many things that we need, and this friendship might not be helping. You know, people who are dragging you down. You know, they don't want you to succeed as much as you want to. So we can cut those people off. But now my question is, what are the ways that we can use, you know, to cut off these friends? Or should we just wake up one day and we're like, you know, Collins, just let me just block him, let me delete his number, I'm not his friend anymore. You know, he doesn't even know, but you just cut him off. Something like that. So should we do that, or is there a way that we can deal with cutting off friends? You know, is there a procedure that you guys think people out there should follow?
I'd like to consider cutting off a toxic friendship as a process.
Yeah.
It's not just something you wake up and do. It's something you carefully study, you look at, you're like, okay, this, I can't deal with it. So, first of all, I think we shouldn't be irrational. First, I think I would weigh both sides of the good memories we've had, the bad ones we've had, and what I feel about this friend of mine. If it's not working, then definitely I'm cutting you off.
But how do you do it?
Now, the process of doing it,
Yes.
I think one way could just fade them out, you know.
Yeah, slowly by slowly,
Yeah,
distance yourself.
you don't tell them you're cutting them off
Yeah.
because you know, it depends on your friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Their
some
characters
cannot
also.
be told they're being cut off, so you don't tell them you're cutting them out. You just let them read the signs slowly, you know, like
But reading the sign could be okay. Like for me, maybe I really want to. There are people who force things. You know that happens. So
Yeah.
I might sense that you're trying to cut me off, and I'm there every time, and I don't want it to
Yeah.
end. And you want it to end. So like
They can even
yeah,
buy for you sandwich and
exactly.
for one, that's just one way of doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they are.
if I like you know, you're just gonna get the hint. If I used to call you daily and then I stop calling you, I'm like calling you once a week,
Yeah.
and it's just to ask for something, you know, like
Yeah.
if we're in the same group, I'll be like, you remember the assignment you were given? What were we doing? I'm cutting you off indirectly.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the same group, like a discussion or something, now you have to minimize the number of times you go to the group. You know?
Yeah. So, and how would you cut a friend off?
okay, as you said earlier, okay, cutting some friends, like you just wake up one morning and you be like, oh, I don't like I don't want this friendship. Okay, that can also apply. Like there are types of friends that we have. Okay, for example, I may say there are friends that are always in trouble.
Yeah.
They're those friends that are always in trouble. And then them being in trouble means you will
are
also be
in trouble. Yeah.
So those ones, I think you can just tell them.
But sometimes you tell me
Could you please explain that part of always in trouble? Because I'm looking at it very differently.
yeah, maybe you can explain that to Collins.
Always in trouble. See, there are friends who are okay, troublemakers, like, okay, here in school we have these friends that always,
Break
okay,
the rules,
they're
maybe.
yeah, break the rules, they're not in
Always in
school.
their
And
administration,
then, yeah,
always in their academic
you
probation,
know,
some
one day you will all
those
be
things.
called in the disciplinary committee.
You just get
Yeah,
tired of
I
taking
think it's
one
all
for the
about,
team.
I think what she's trying to say, it's all about like protecting yourself from, because you are like here in school, you know why you came here, and you don't want anyone to stop you from achieving your goals. So if
Yeah.
people are trying to get you into trouble, like with academics and with the school, you will definitely have to think about your life and maybe just cut this friendship off if it's not helping. I think something like that should,
Yeah.
but then like, so you will just cut these people immediately, you just wake up
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
me, I'll cut them immediately.
immediately.
And then,
Yeah, there's a
as,
gradual way to do it, like distance
yeah.
yourself slowly by slowly. And you can also wake up one day and decide like, no, I don't want this, like, because this friendship is not helping anymore. So if it's something that you feel like it's hindering you from achieving something, then you definitely should just cut that friendship off, because it's not helping you having them, it's not helping them, and it's not even helping you. So maybe even cutting them off will make them realize that they were doing something wrong. There's always something like that. So you guys, ending a relationship.
I think,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, before cutting someone off, before cutting a friend off, as it is a process, you, you should try at least to talk to them,
Yeah, you
like,
can
Yeah,
also talk to them.
exactly. You can talk to them.
before the cut-off process. That's why you just don't wake up and cut them off unless you've spoken to them and you're like, this is a toxic trait and you
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing this. If they are willing
Yeah.
to change for
Then
the
it's okay.
greater good, then it's okay. If not, then to hell with them.
Yeah, so you can talk to those friends also, like you can invite them for a talk face to face. Don't do it on phone. Like, you know what, today I don't feel like being with
You
you,
text them.
yeah. This friendship is not working, and you send them a very long text. It's
Oh
not
my
fair.
God.
It
Just
depends.
Yeah, you can call
oh
them.
yeah,
You can call
you
them.
can talk to them, but if you feel like they are not changing and things are not going the way you want, and this is your life, you have full control of your life. So you can, that is when you can send the text
Yeah.
message. Not
And-
too long though.
Just to see.
Yeah, and
No,
if you
Yeah.
really know what you need, if you're sure that this you
Yeah.
won't regret it later, you can just talk to them.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been there with them and you have memories together, and then
Yeah.
like all of a sudden things are just not moving right, and you can do that after thinking well.
Yeah.
And then
Obviously,
you
you have
tell
to think
them,
first.
I am happy to be there for you,
Yeah.
but I feel emotionally drained.
Yeah. Something.
Like,
Yeah.
so I just need to find
A good point to talk to them. If you can talk to them, you can. Okay. So, cutting off friendship is a process, and there has to be reasons. So, you guys, what do you think happens after cutting off this friendship? Should we, or how should we behave? Let's say, like, I have these friends, and I really want to cut them off, and I have done it finally, maybe after a long period of thinking and stuff, and I have finally done it. So, my life now, should I go for new friendship, like all of a sudden, find new friends, or I should take some time being alone, and if I'm alone, should I still have their contacts in my phone, for viewing status? Maybe if they're talking about me, should I care about that, or should I just, delete their number or block them? Like, what do you think people should do after, after the ending of a of a friendship?
what I think is everyone has their own way of dealing with that. You do what works for you. Like for one, you would like find new friends, keep yourself occupied, or do something like that so that you don't get back to the previous friendship. Yes. Or you might decide to at least take time on your own, discover what you want in a friend, and yeah.
And then maybe if
Go
you
through
find
with
that
it.
person that you feel like you're compatible to, then you move on. How about, okay, when a friendship stops, obviously friendship is normally like two-way, there's the other person and there's me that is cutting this friendship off. Everyone will have a story to tell, and these people, the person that has been cut off, they might have a different, not everyone will still respect this friendship, and keep the secret. There are secrets that you used to do with this person, and sometimes they are going to be out by the other person. They are going to, he or she is going to, let them out. So should, like, we should protect our, mental health and our physical health, because these people, remember, these were friends. Maybe we were childhood friends, and now I just decide, like, no, it's not working anymore. And this is someone that you've shared a lot with. It takes time, I think, for you to get to new friendship. Obviously it's not going to be the same again.
Yeah.
It's really hard, just as ending a relationship with someone. It's hard. So how should people cope with this? There's someone out there, maybe they just came out of such relationship, of such friendship, sorry. Then they're like, how do I even go on? And they're even thinking of, if they blocked this person, they're like, let me just unblock this person. Yeah. So how do you advise those people?
To me, I think it's not good to block. Even if you've ended a friendship with someone, it's not good to block, because yeah, it's two ways. It's you and the other person. Maybe.
But you really wanted it to end. Maybe you are the one
Yeah.
that cut off this friendship. You wanted it to end because it was toxic, remember? Yeah. So after cutting off a friend,
Yeah, they might understand it later, the reasons why you cut them off. Maybe it's for your own good, and also people grow, and by blocking them, you're trying to create some big boundaries,
grudges,
like
maybe.
grudges or enmity, something like that. So just let them be there, maybe in the nearest future, or yes, I think they may come back, changed.
But okay, yeah, that can work. But
Yeah,
if
they
they
may
change,
change.
maybe. But
What I think
uh-huh.
is it depends on the extent of the toxic friendship.
Yeah, that was
Like for me, if I feel like you're really not working for you and I don't need you,
yeah,
I really don't need you.
yeah,
I might as well go on to delete your number,
yeah,
block your calls, and more stuff like that. Um, the one thing of cutting a toxic relationship is getting away from it, getting a
yeah.
peace of mind.
Yes.
If I cut you off, I don't bring you back in.
Yeah.
Call it building walls
Yeah.
instead of bridges, but it's the truth. If I'm protecting me, for my own
Yes.
peace of
Yes.
mind, then I don't think I'd be going back there.
Yeah. So if you cut off a friend, then you just, you just know what you want.
Yeah, and
This is what I wanted before, and I'm not going back there. And
yeah.
I don't need even you coming back. Change. You can change and go look
But
for
I
someone
still
else.
don't
Yeah.
need you.
I still, yeah. I think that is protecting yourself.
Yeah,
Like
true that.
emotionally, you are protecting yourself. I think I would also do that. Like, yeah, if
Yeah,
I
and,
if
It
I cut
depends
you
on.
off, I block your number, delete everything. So
in
uh
addition, I would like to say uh, your worries about what they may or may not reveal to the world about you. Uh, there's a very great man who says, if you tell your secret to the wind, do not be worried or surprised if the wind tells your secret to the trees. So if you put it out there, it was meant
to be out there.
no, yeah, like it was okay. Even though from a safer perspective, it was just between the two of you.
Yeah.
You should have known the risks, and by cutting off this friend, you know what you're doing.
Yes.
You know the risks you.
So you shouldn't care like what is going to be out there, what they're going to talk about, because this is what you wanted.
Just go for it.
Yes. So I think it's really powerful. Like if you know what you want and you're there in a toxic friendship and you've just cut off this friendship, just move on. You don't have to get worried about what they are going to say like behind your back, just move on, because this is what you wanted. It's okay to move out of that friendship if it wasn't working. Yeah, as much as it will, okay, in the first time, maybe this is your first time cutting off your friends, it's okay. People out there have done it and they've moved on. It's really fine for you to move on and just delete their number, block them, and just move on, because just go for what you wanted, because you had a reason for you to cut this friendship off. So you guys think like it's okay to cut off this friendship.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So advice to those people out there who are in toxic friendship, what are we telling them? Today they are listening, they are watching, and they are like, I've wanted to do this and now I feel like maybe it's time. So what should we tell them?
First of all, a friendship is not a. It's not like a romantic relationship or anything. It doesn't tie you down to anything, and it depends on the seriousness of your friendship. But to me, if a friend does not work for you, like the phrase "a friend in need is a friend indeed." If a friend does not work for you, there's always room for another one,
Yes.
and there's always room for replacement. If you don't enjoy this particular company,
Yeah.
you can always switch and be comfortable.
So just last words to those people watching.
Okay. My last word to those who might be in this
Toxic friendship.
toxic friendship and they really feel like cutting people off. And yeah, you've heard from us what we've been sharing with you. And what I would just like to say is, I think no friendship works better like without God. We should always put our friendships or our relationships in the hands of God. Like we pray for our friends and our friendships, and then and I think we should be positive. Because friendship to me thrives so well when both people are the biggest support of each other. So as we pray for our friendships, we also be the biggest supports.
So guys, the inspiration of this show is from Job 42 verse 10. Job prayed for his friends and God made him more successful than he was before. So we should just pray for these friends that we have. As much as we want to succeed, we should also pray for them to succeed, because sometimes we cut off friends out of jealousy. We just feel like they are more successful than us. We just feel like, success sometimes just makes us cut these people off. But if we pray for them that we succeed together, we can always share the fruits of success in the same table. So out there, if you have these friends of yours from childhood or from high school, from whatever place that you met, just ensure you pray for these friends of yours. Like make sure that even if one time there's a reason for you to cut them off, they will never feel like you are too much or you are toxic. Just pray for them and make sure that they always, even when they are out there, they will never say something, like something that you never did while you are in the relationship. Because sometimes people just say the wrong things out there because they never had respect for this. So let's just pray for our friends out there, those who are in toxic relationships, friendship, sorry. They should just pray for each other. Maybe if you feel like you can't move out of there, then even you can ask God to help you. God can also help you, give you strength. And if you are out of that relationship, God can also strengthen you and give you new friends who are supposed to help you grow, who are also supposed to help you achieve your goals. Because God, most of the times, he brings people to your life for a reason. So you just have to find that reason, and it's only God who can help you. That has been me, Emily, delivering you the second episode of Friends for Friends. Stay tuned for the next episode. Is going to be really great. It's all about getting friends. Do we have a process for getting friends, or do we just wake up and say, this is my friend? So just stay tuned. We're going to talk about that on the next episode. Bye.